Hello everyone, welcome back to this live stream. Mixed 3D design right here, and today we have a new prompt for the day 5 for a Nodevember challenge that is going to run each year. Okay, I forgot to change the live stream thumbnail. Okay. Believe me or not, I've been streaming on a private session. For some reason, I was talking. Oh, wait. Why I can't see my live streams going on? I can't see it on my YouTube channel. And then I realized that I messed up everything. Okay? So, today we have not tricky, it's really easy actually. I'm going to change that later. Okay, I'm going to change the thumbnail of the live stream later when we are going to make it happen. Okay. So, yep. I've already prepared my blend file because I thought I was streaming. Like, yeah, no. So I've created multiple or every single prompt for the past 4 days, and I've been posting them on my Discord server. If you want to join, I've prepared a forum right there. You can join, you can share your prompts, okay, your results. I've been sharing them, okay. Maybe someone is interested in that. And also, by the end of the month, I will upload all the blend files on my Patreon. You can get access to them, okay, so you can see what I was doing right now. Okay, so today we have feather. So I've got this reference image of a feather with a ink jar. Okay, it's really easy. Maybe in theory it's really easy, but practical example is maybe it's going to be hard. I have a clear idea, but sometimes when you go live stream, all the ideas goes in nowhere. So now let's see first how to deal with this feather thing. Okay, that will be tricky, but let's isolate that right there. I've already selected the default cube, named it with the prompt thing so I can save it later on. And I should have just Control C that, save right now, because I'm going to just mess up everything. So let's name that day 5. The prompt is feather. Later I'm going to show you all the prompts that I've did, okay, if you are interested in them and want to see what's going on. So let's remove the group input. So basically this feather thing is a curve line, okay. You can see it's thinner, start thicker, goes thinner, and it's gone. And there is bunch of feather not leaves, things going on right there. They start messy and then they just goes into a cool shape. So in theory we can just go with a curve line. Okay, maybe I want to go to the top view by pressing N-pad 7 if you want. This is not a tutorial what I was saying. So anyways, and it is going to the positive y, so I'm just going to type 1 here and 0 right there. Okay, so that's our feather thing. Right now it has just 2 points. We can just resample it with a resample curve node. Okay, and now we have 10 vertices or 10 cuts. Okay, so let's give it some geometry. We're going to need this later, okay, so that's why I started with the curve line. We want it. Let's do a curve to mesh operation. For that we're going to need circle, curve circle, Okay, plug it into the profile curve. Right now, that's really huge. Okay, I'm not working with the real life scales, you know, because that's a stylized thing. It's not going to be something in real life. So let's start with a simple. If it's there is something to keep in mind. If it's really small in geometry nodes, it's going to be hard to do some attributes and capture some things. Okay, that will be not ideal for that. Let's do a fill caps. Okay, that will help us actually later on. We want to add the subdivision surface modifier. Or not modifier, there is a node called subdivision surface. Okay, now let's shape it to be like this. Okay, so let's add a spline parameter node that gives us this factor value that we are going to run it through a curve float curve, so we can just shape it with the curve. And let's just plug it into the scale. There was a node right here, set curve radius, this one, but it's not working anymore, so can't do nothing with that. So just plug it straight away to the scale. And in here, in theory, it's something like this. And it goes to be thinner as it goes to the top. Okay, maybe not really like that, something like this. Okay, let's hide that overlay so we can see it. And also this one is going to be, yep, something like that. Well, that looks good. That's really smooth actually. Maybe not that thick. Well, okay, in theory, we can just uncheck this fill caps because we are going to join these vertices at the center and doing the same thing for these as well. We can add another point, pull up this right now, make this really thin, like so. Okay, so that looks good. Let's go back to top view. That will give me the ability now to just use this curve line. Okay, let's put that right there. Let's call it profile curve. And with this one, we can do an instance on points node. And what we're going to instance is a curve line as well. So curve line. This curve line is going to be also curve to mesh. Okay. I have an idea. The idea says that I can just use another curve line. Can resample it also. Maybe half of the number. Plug it to the curve profile. Right now it's going on to the other direction. We should say 0 right here and 1 right there. Maybe not 1, 0.1. And actually, yeah, let's start minus 0.1 and 1. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, that looks good. And we can also shape it to be something. Okay, give it a simple direction thing. Okay, so let's do spline parameter as well. Spline parameter, and let's do a float curve. and use it as a profile. So should be also something like that. That should be something like this. Maybe that's too much geometry for that. Let's just use 3 loop cuts. We need these vertical ones or horizontal ones, because yeah, these horizontal ones that will gives us the ability to distort them later, to add some noise as a distortion for them. Okay, so these are going to be the feathers themselves. So feathers, oh, sorry, I should press F. Feathers. Okay, good. I've named, yeah, I've named the spline parameter. Spline. Okay, so now I can just instance this, and let's see now. It's instanced, but in the direction of this thing. It shouldn't be like that. So in theory, we can use the curve tangent node. There is a curve normal. Could be, but you know. So let's use this. And let's do an aligned rotation to vector. Use this as a vector instead of a rotation. And use it as a rotation. Okay. And now it's a matter of choosing the right axes. So that seems to be right. Okay. That's right. The other ones, we're just going to flip them. And we can call it a day. Okay. So we can add a rotation. Sorry. Rotation. That will give me the ability to just make them something like this, look like that. Okay. Now we have another issue. So let's duplicate this resample curve, because we are going to run a different amount of loop cuts, because we're instancing. Okay. Okay. We're going to use a lot of these. This shape is not, you know, like, it's not what I'm looking for, but I'm going to change it. Okay. Let's change this. Shape, it seems to be a lot. Slight amount. Okay, so that seems to be good. And you see that there is something. It's really, really hard to see, but it's bending. I'm not going to do it fully similar, but you know, not that good at doing that. So the rotation gives us this rotation, which is really good actually to have. Now it's a matter of scaling these. So it start like this. The feathers start like this in this shape. Okay, so they're not all of them are the same length, so they have length. Okay, for that, in this scale, I'm going to use, well, that's something. That's something. Can we use the spline parameter right here? Spline parameter. Can we use this for a float curve and scale everything? Well, seems to be working. If it works, then it works. Now we can just shape it. Holy, It's doing something. Not what I want, but you know, like, ooh, that seems to be it. That looks good. But we need a lot. Let's do a length instead. Oh, that seems to be the instead of length, let's do what's this evaluated? I don't know. Count 1000. Maybe that 1000 is too much. Divide it by 2. Okay, so dividing it by 2. I know it's hard to see, but yep, we're doing something. We're doing something, okay? Hello, the one person that you're watching. Hello, welcome, welcome. Have fun. Okay, so that looks good to me. But before we flip that to the other side, we need to give it some character, you know, like it's going to be like that, that, that. Okay. So it's something like this, okay? So you can control this to get some weird shapes. When you are going to mirror it to the other side, okay, let's try. Let's do a transform geometry after all that. Okay. And do -1 on the x-axis. Actually, it's scale, not the thing. -1 on the x-axis, so you have this figured out for you. Okay. It's just really hard to see because you have too many of these. Right now, it's missing one thing. We can do. Let me just see. Sorry. Let me just see this one. I want to do. Oh my. I want to do a set position right in here. And I want to do the position. And I want to do an align. Rotate vector. Vector rotate, yes. And I want to use this as the axis. No. I want to use this. Let's do a separate. Okay. Let's do a combine. XYZ, and let's do a mat. Multiply. In between. And we need to choose like the correct axis for that and plug this to the angle. Well, it should be something. Should be working. We need the correct axis, mate. This not work. Oh. Let's do that. Maybe it's not that. That maybe. Oh, that's not the correct thing. Give me a second. Give me a second. I need to actually remember, because I forgot. I forgot how I did that thing. Maybe I need to just figure out the axes, the correct axes for that. That Canada. Oh, okay. I'm bad at pronouncing names. Hi, what are you doing? Hope you're doing great. I hope. Well, that's that. I have opened. Okay. Let me just think of that. I just okay. I'm going to check my other prompt to just check. What I have did, I don't know. Well, that seems to be it. The same thing. Yep, I did the same thing. Maybe just use this as the center. And figuring out the axis is a pain. In the axis. Okay, we can see something. We're definitely doing some weird shapes. Oh, we're rotating. Okay. Then okay. We actually, oh yes, 0 here, 1 right there. Okay. I think we found, oh my. I think we found the thing. Maybe that's too much. Let's do the Z axis instead. I wanted to rotate in the other way. I don't know. Maybe let's do 0 here. Let's do 1 right there. And I don't know. Oh yes, this one. Yep, this one. Finally. We need to rotate on the this axis is the craziest part, which I don't know. Simply, hi Simply. I hope I just pronounced the name right. Finally, we have something. Some people are watching. That's crazy. Thanks for wasting your time and watching me doing something crazy. Okay, now I found that this is the correct axis for this rotation. Now I hope that it's going to work for this one. Well, it's working. It's totally working. It's definitely working. Now, if I do a scale element, let's remove all of that and do a scale element. Scale element. Because the scale element will gives us the selection variable where, because I want to make some of these shorter, some of them are taller. You can see like this one is taller than these. So you have variation, okay? As I said, I'm not following it 100%. I'm just doing what I'm doing, okay? Just having fun. So, random boolean will do the job for the selection, okay? Probability, I don't know. So the scale element did something, but it's not fully random. I see. Hmm. Oh, wait. Wait. If that is that, oh. Let's do a float instead. Why is that happening? Now we can select these. Now that's applying to the vertices instead of the meshes. If that's correct. Maybe I need to store some attributes. So let's store or capture capture the attribute. Capture the attribute on these. Okay. What I'm going to capture is the index. the index. Maybe it's not going to be right here, maybe right here, maybe, I don't know, I forgot. Let's see. Is it working? Oh, I need to enable the attribute. Oh, that's really heavy. What? Everything's 0? Well, that's not what I was about to do. Well, that seems to be right. Let's do instead, sorry. Okay, so let's do instead store named attribute. We need the points domain. It's going to be an integer. And what's going to name it? ID. Oh, we have the ID also. But let's see now if that works. Let's do a named attribute. It's going to be the ID. Is that going to work? Let's see now. Well, everything is zeroed. That's not what I was about to do. We want to select each element. Why this is not working? It's definitely not gonna work. Let's do an ID. Well, the ID is working. The ID is working, but also for the vertices instead of the element. I want to select or scale a random stuff. I don't know. I truly don't know. Is there any suggestion? If there, please tell me. But beside that, we want to give it some distortion, because right now it seems to be all uniform. So let's do set position. For that, I'm going to use a noise texture. I thought Control T to add the texture coordinate. Okay, so let's add a scale. Let's plug it straight away. And of course, if you face this problem, uncheck the normalize. And also make sure you're distorting the correct axes. So let's do a separate / combine XYZ. Where is the combine XYZ? I haven't. I need to create a starter file for the new version blended. So we're going to distort the Z axis. And that's too much of a distortion. Should be something like, whoa, that's crazy. Okay, we scale that, then we multiply that. We have sort of control over that thing. So yeah, now we have that. That seems to be good. Ooh, well, we can go back right here and do some distortion as well. That seems to be a good idea. Let's add some reroutes. Put this back. Sorry, not you. That seems to be a good idea. So it's the set position node. Okay. And the mighty noise. Scale as well. Scale. Uncheck the normalize. Boom, boom, boom. Separate. Combine. And okay, when I'm going to do that, actually, if I plug this, it's going to be going weirdly. I want this origin to stay at the same place, because if we distort it, it's not going to attach to the feathery little thing. This one, it's not going to spline. Yeah, it's not going to attach to spline. So we need a way, and for some reason I deleted the position node. So back, position node. This position node will gives me the position, okay? All the coordinates. These are coordinates, by the way. Turn off this because it's going to be heavy for your computer, okay? Right now I have a bad CPU, bad GPU, bad things. So please, while we are here, please consider being a member on Patreon. Right there, I give valuable content, valuable tools, assets, and currently, you are invited to a workshop where I'm teaching you how to be a good artist while also be a good anime environment artist. Okay, so you can work with that, even though that you don't have any background about 3D. You can join, you can learn everything. I already have a geometry nodes series right there for beginners, so you can just start and have fun with that. I'm going to leave the link for my Patreon account or profile just in the comments right now. You'll have it in a second. Okay, that's my Patreon. You can join whenever you like, and you'll understand whatever you want. So back to the position node. This position node gives us all the three coordinates, x, y, and z, but we want only one of them. The y, maybe I'm interested in y, because you can see that's the y-axis, and this this feathery thing, I don't know what to say, it's going on the y-axis. So let's do separate xyz node. This is the laziest selection ever, okay, ever going to see. Okay, so yeah, that's true. So it's going from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Let's add a color ramp so we can see it's moving. So yeah, that's the correct selection. Now I want to move this ahead of this vertex, so everything is white is going to be affected by the noise, and anything is black is 0, which not going to be included for the distortion. Now back to the set position node. Okay, I forgot to connect this to the selection. Look at that. So this is attached and everything else is doing the same. If I move this, you can see I'm excluding and including. Okay, so now let's add some weirdness to it. Actually, we need more of these loop cuts, but you know, it's something from far away. No one will see that, okay? Promise you, promise you. Promise is promise. But the only issue is each one of them is having the same little thing. The same thing. Literally. They're having the same pattern, which needs to be something specific. So let's try doing a position node. Okay, these are instances. So in theory, I can do a separate XYZ node, Y. Maybe I need to realize instances. Okay, that's good. Now I have better selection, but I've lost the ability for these instances to do some things with them. Okay, now they are real geometry. Before, they were not real geometry. They were just in instances. You can see 500 freaking instances. Now they are, where is it? How many verts? 15,000. Okay, so they are 15,000 freaking vertices. Okay, and 15,000 rows. Yep, 15,000. Okay, but the bright part, peak. Hello, Sick. Oh, you have the same name. Exin Valley. I don't know. It is what it is. So, back. Now, we have better selection, which means I can select some parts, exclude some parts, and yeah. I'm going to work with color ramp because it's the most visual thing that you can just work with it and select things. Okay, if I were to work with the map range, you will never understand what I'm doing. So now I can select a tight part. For example, this, I can add a bunch of these actually. I can select that, add that. You can add to that. You can hold control so you can add. So you can add some of these sliders. Yep. So now I have selected some of these, some parts. Maybe I'm going to add one right there. You can hold E to add the eyedropper tool so you are faster. Okay, so yep. And also you can add a noise texture to add some kind of randomness to it. So you can just do multiply because it's the most used one. Okay, let's add a color ramp. And you know, so I have added some noisiness. Okay, we can make it contrasty a little bit. Okay, now we're doing something. And actually now that I thought of it, I could just use the noise texture and select random things. Why am I so dumb? I'm really dumb at this point. Like really. But anyways, that's looking good. Let's try both of the freaking things. Okay, let's add the set position node. Oh, before we can't use this. Yes, so good. Use this as selection. We need another noise texture. Add this noise texture. Uncheck it and normalize. Actually, duplicate this. Remove that. Like that. Like that to the offset. Thank you so much. And now we have randomness. Ooh, look at that. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's some real feather, as you can see. Now, if I do just the noise texture itself, whoa, 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 whoa. That looks amazing. Like really. Let's do a little visual thing. Let's add the transform. I should create a mirror thing. Okay. I haven't created tools. I don't have tools right here. Groups. I have no groups. So I should have created tools like mirror, array, things like that, okay? So I can just add them and snap it and it's going to do that. So let's create one that's going to mirror things. Let's do Control G right here. So it selects the geometry, scale it by -1, and join the geometry itself with that thing and outputs a geometry. And it said, take the scale. And let's press N, remove the translation, remove the rotation, mirror axes. That should be good. Okay? Yep, that looks good. And now we have mirror modifier. Yep. I can just plug it and it should, oh yeah, it should do that. Now you have to choose which axes. So all of these 0, this one -1. What the heck I'm doing? What am I? Well, why it's not doing the thing that I want it to do? Well, that looks good. What the heck? Wait. What is going on? Oh shit. Yep, that thing. Transform. Oh, don't say it. Oh, it's working? Well, it's working. Why am I not doing that? What? Oh shit. Yes, I know what's going on. These should be 1, not 0. Okay. I know. I was doing some weird stuff. In theory, I can just use this profile curve for this one. This one's going to be called spline. Okay. In theory, I can just merge these together or join them together. And we will have the mighty little feather thing. And look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. That looks good. That looks believable. To me, you know, like at least. Looks believable. What do you think, guys? For the one person that is watching. Is it looking good? I hope. Yep. Maybe that's too thick. Now I think of it, it's a bit thick. Or yeah. Okay. If I were to change all of these, it's going to be a mess, okay? Right now it's a mess because yeah, let's add these frames so it's a bit chilly and looking good. That's the profile for that. These should be their own group. All of these should be with that thing. Okay. Now that looks good. Okay, so now if I were to add a multiply math node after this, or a power, okay, let's start with multiply. I can make it thinner, okay, and that seems to work by default. 0.5. Okay, so it's half the size, the real size. And these things are, they're taking away a lot. Well. They're sticking a lot. I need to see. I need to limit the vertical displacement. I need to limit the vertical displacement, which is one of these. Is it this one? Well, I think well, it's not this one. Where is that thing? Is it this one? Yep, it's this one. Now, position node, lazy selection, okay? Call it lazy selection. Separate freaking XYZ. Should be the X. Add greater than. Actually, just greater than. Okay, so 0.05. That's selected something. 0.6. 7. Okay, so 7. That looks good. Now use this as selection. And now we're good. Now we're dealing with that. Okay, so that's much better. So it's in there. Okay, it's having fun. Now that I'm thinking, I want to remove these. I want to leave space, some space. I want to leave some space right there. Okay, leave some space. I'm just going to take this spline, use the Lie geometry, and for that we can use the index. This time not the position, because we used it a lot. We know that the position is working 100%. Now let's do the calculations. So up to, let's do 20. So let's do less than 20. That's going to be your delete. Okay. Okay, so that works. Okay, so fine. Looks good. I want to do something. I want to really do something, but I have no clue how to do it. Do you know, like when you have this ink pen, like in the 19th century, they have like something metallic in it, so it it collects the ink, and you can draw or write with it. I don't know what to call it. It's something that attached to the feather thing, or maybe not. I have another idea with the shaders. Now that we're done with this, I hope that I'm done with that, because yeah, I truly don't know. I can add to it a subdivision surface just to smooth it out. So it's not, so this is the subdivision surface. Just so it is smooth a little bit, so it's not that thing. What's going on? Well, that I'm thinking of it. Let's remove this thing. And let's add it afterward. that we have it. It's already displaced. Let's add subdivision service. Okay. Now that looks good. It added some variation. Well, it's not variation, but smoothness. That looks good. We can add an extrude geometry to give it some geometry, but no, that will add too much heaviness to my scene. And my lonely computer can't handle that. Now, let's delete this annotations because don't need it anymore. Now let's create this jar. Fairly, really simple. Curve line. I'm working with curves a lot. Curve freaking line. Where is that curve freaking line? It is right there. We're going to use for a mesh to curve to mesh. Man, what are you saying? Here is it. Here is it. Okay. We're going to do a curve circle. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Profile. Looks good. Too much. It's too big. Too big. Divide this by 4. Maybe by 3. 1 divided by 3. So that looks good. So let's take this amount of width. Fill the freaking caps. I know how to remove the top one, the top cap. I know how to do that, so just give me a second. Now, spline parameter as usual. Spline. Float. Okay. You can use the RGB curves, whatever, you know, like play with it. And pretty much doing the inverse. Just think of the shape like you have it in your head, in your hands. Resample first this. Resample curve. You know what I'm doing, right? You can add a bunch of these. Okay, so think of it like you have it in your head, your hands. More points gives you more control, okay? Add a bunch of points until that you're happy with how many points that you have. Now, now I can't select these. I thought I can select all of them and move them with G. Oh. Now I need to deal with all of these. Well, that looks good. That looks really good. I need just to play with the shape, you know, like let's add one other point to the top. You can add a little bit of a bevel. Oh, yeah, maybe I need a bunch of geometry right there. So I can give it some. Yep. That's what took a while to build. Took me a while. Yes. Now that I'm happy with the result. Looks fine though. I need to delete this thing. Face neighbor. Let's do face neighbor. This face neighbor will gives us the face count is equal to 32. Do an equal to 32. Equal to 32. And voila, you've got your delete geometry. Man, if you haven't watched this live stream, you just lost your life. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Delete, not points, but faces. Boom. Oh my days. Now I've deleted the other one. Please. Why you are having the same freaking thing? Why? Why? Why you making it hard for me? Why? Vertex count. Let's see the vertex count. Freaking 32. Now we have, let's do edge neighbor. Edge neighbor. Edge neighbors. Maybe that's different. Oh, we don't have edges. Oh, right. It's equal to 0 then. If it's equal to 0, both of them are equal to 0. That's something to consider. That's really something to consider. Let's do an ID. Well, the ID is not working. It's not working for these. Index is for vertices, not for the faces. Now we need face. Let's say face area. Well, now we have something. Let's add a string. 0.022.03606. Okay. Now let's do an equal. Equal to this. Please type it at the correct way. Boom. We've deleted that. Maybe it was hard. We did that. We did that. Trust me, we did that. Now, the bottom is quite sharp. A lot. Yes, a lot. It's sharp. I need to add a freaking point. Maybe not a freaking point a lot. And now that I'm thinking of that, can we expand this? No. Yes. Yes. Now we can expand this. Expand the freaking. Add a single. Oh my face. Maybe add another one. Like, just going to make it really cool. You. That's a cool bevel. Trust me, that looks cool. Holy moly. Now, if I run a triangulate, let's do a merge by distance first. See if we eliminated something. Well, everything is merged. Okay. Let's add it just for, for Korea, like, for nerds. Okay. Let's do okay. Triangulate. Why I thought of triangulate? Because this face, you can see it's not quad, it's an angle. And I wanted to do a little operation to smooth it more, which is subdivision surface. I know it looks messy. Ronaldo. Oh, man. That's with the triangulate. That's with, oh, it's, well then, don't care about it. No one will see the bottom, like, are you going to see it? No, trust me. But that if I added the glass thing, uh, you see the triangulate things, methods that we have. Shortest diagonal, okay. Beauty, fixed, fixed alternative, alternate, shortest diagonal something, longest diagonal, okay. Clip. What is the difference between clip, beauty? Well, don't care about it unless you need it. Actually, this is an extrude mesh before that. Oh shit. Uncheck all of that. God, I have saved. If I didn't, I was about to be cooked. Like really. That looks good. Let's flip the faces and then join them together. And right after, I need to get out of it, like that's sick of a lot of geometry, to be honest. It's a lot of geometry. Uh, like it's Nodevember. No one cares, like. Well, procedural modeling, what do you want? Oh, wait. Now that I'm talking, if I do volume to mesh, okay, mesh to volume, mesh to volume, volume to mesh. Now, something to keep in mind. When you have a small mesh, this volume thing is not gonna work. Like, it's not gonna work like the way that you want. Volume cube, okay. Mesh to volume, volume to mesh. Okay, you see what's the real problem is. Now I thought I would fix something, but I just made it worse. I just wanted to fix this thing. Wait, now that I'm talking to you guys, I can just, if you can shut up and just do what you're going to do, okay? Blender lagged. Yep, Blender lagged. Oh my god, Blender lagged. We're back. I'm glad that I've saved, like I didn't. So we're just going to work with what we have right now, okay? Join these. I need to flip the faces. Flip faces. Not here, okay? Tier 1. Okay, that looks good. We need just to fill it with ink. Now that I'm thinking how to fill it with ink, that's the issue. Like how to fill it with ink. How to fill it with ink? That's a problem. How do we fill this thing with ink? Now that I'm thinking, we can fill it. We can totally fill it with itself. We can just shift D that. Merge that. Why flipping faces? Why? Don't tell me why. Merge these together. Now we have the exact same thing. What I need to do is just to make this smaller, but instead remove all of these. How to remove all of these? Now that I'm thinking of it, sheesh. What? How to delete these? Don't tell me I need to press X each time I want to do something. God dang. Now I don't need to do that. I didn't need to do that. Like, honestly, I didn't need to do that, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Now, I need just to figure out what's the correct size. I want to fill it just maybe right here, just to keep it, you know, like that. I don't want to deal with that thing, you know, like anymore. I don't. And it, like, surprisingly, it's working right here. It's working fine. I want it to go out because when you are going to add the glass, it will break. I don't know. Shouldn't break, but yeah. Now we have liquid. There is liquid. Trust me, there is liquid. But unfortunately, we can't subdivide it. That's the real pain. We can't subdivide it because it's an engon, not an engon anymore, but it's a trash engon. Okay. Well, that looks good. Now, this is going to be the ink jar. F ink jar. This thing is going to be F feather. In theory, I was saying in theory a lot this live stream, but you know, in theory, I can just merge these together, and we will get something that looks like this. Give me a second to clean this up for you guys because it's going to be available on Patreon if you want it and you want to explore this thing, how I did it. So, in theory, it's working. I need just to put this feather right in here. That's it. Looking good. Transform freaking geometry. Move up. Right. Okay. No, not good talking. So rotate. Move down. Move aside, please. Not totally right there, but holy. Tell me that's not looking good. Tell me that it's not looking good. And what's good about it? That's not good. That's not good. I need to bend it. Man. I need to bend it. I need to bend it down. I thought I finished. I really thought that I have freaking finished. But I haven't. What a shame. What a shame. Now I need to move these side again. Holy. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I can just select all of these. Control C, Control V. Please connect. Please connect. Thank you so much. Mendokusai. I want to bend it the other way. Please allow me to bend it the other way. Yes! That's what I'm... Oh my... Wow. Wow. You're amazing. Save, 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 save. If you don't save, you will lost your life. Please save. Now that I'm thinking, unmute. Look at that. Holy. Look at Enable the cavity thing. Holy, oh my god. Full of ink. Full of ink. Good. Now, this is the shader part. It's the shader part. Let's create some materials. Ink material. Feather material. Spline material. I have a really cool picturing trick for the spline. Glass jar. That's it. We need ground. I have a good trick. Grid. Grid. By the way, guys, if you're still watching right here, please support me on Patreon. That's the only way to support this channel. Maybe it's not the only way. You have Supermarket, you have Gumroad, you have this channel. Subscribing, liking, it's a support. So do all you can do, guys. Support this channel. I don't want it to die. I don't want to lose this thing. I don't want to quit. Please, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Back to what we're doing. Grid. Good plan. Oh, today I was about to use the closures and bundles, you know, like bundle and closure thing. Oh, we don't have closures? Why I don't have them right here? They removed? Oh, what? Ah, I'm in the Blender 4.5. Yep. Yeah, anyways. Let's add the plane. That's what I want. Just expand it a little bit, okay? I'm going to show you a little trick because this ink painting, okay, good. I'm an anime artist, so don't worry. I can do that. Now let's go to the shading part. No, it's not yet. Let's add ground material. And let's assign the materials themselves, like set material. This is going to be ground. Control C, Control V, Control C, X, delete. Okay. Now, feather. Before we join it, feather. Freaking spline. That's the spline. Control V, add the spline. That's all just modifications to that. Ink jar. That's the ink, that's the jar. That's the jar. That's the freaking ink. That's all you have to do. Maybe we're going to go back to geometry nodes later on when we need some attributes to assign, you know, like something to do. So now let's move on to the shader part. Save this. Maybe I'm going to work with just Eevee for now, or maybe cycles, you know, like I don't know. Let's start with the ground thing because you know it's annoying me a lot. I'm going to do a texture coordinate. You know, and do linked. Watch that color ramp. Just flip that. Add the noise texture. Add the mix color node. Okay, do that. Okay. Add the color ramp so we can tweak it a little bit, you know, that. Maybe let's use add instead. Just doing that so it It is doing something, okay. And let's add a mapping node. Let's add it after the transformations. It's easier for me to just do that. Okay, so that's something. I can use this for actually a diffuse and a transparent. And let's go to the options, blended. Mix these together using this as a factor, plug it right down. Always use the transparent as the above socket, so you have transparency working, you know, like for you. For the diffuse, I'm just going to add for now something inky thing looking like that, okay. Later we can add maybe, if I added now like a bunch of details, it's going to be a mess. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the glass. Oh, the glass in AV is not going to work. Maybe I'm going to do the hack that I do every single day. Let's do a glass. SDF. Transparent. Also use blended. Use that. Use that. Now we need to think of okay, let's wait for that. Well, that worked. I needed to do like a light pad thing, which is not camera ray, is glossy freaking ray. I don't know. There is something that ray length, ray depth, ray length. Some of these something are compiling shaders. Well, ray length worked. Okay. Oh, yep. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that's a cool effect. Maybe the inverse of that. Maybe that looks good. You see the depth? The depth, maybe we need to do the camera depth, Z depth. Glossy depth, okay, that looks good. We have the Fresnel node, by the way, so we can just use the Fresnel node and go with it. So we have that. Let's do a Fresnel. Some people say Fresnel. It's Fresnel. Use a color ramp. Wait for the shader to compile. Good. Compiled. Having fun. Cool. Now, full zero is fully transparent. This thing, we need just in between, like it's not fully, and it's not, you know. So you have the best of both worlds. Like you have both. Now the ink. Now that I thought of the ink, I can use really dark blue subsurface all the way. We've got ink. Please don't see the bottom of that thing. If you see it, we're cooked. Now let's go to the spline. The spline is the same approach, like a bit glossy, and at the same time we need subsurface scattering. In EV, freaking EV, it's not fully the same. Maybe I'm going to use copy that for the feather as well. Maybe the feather is not fully reflective. Sorry. Control C. Feather or V. Maybe it's not reflective, like it's rough. But definitely see-through. Like definitely. If you shine a light, it's definitely see-through. Now let's go back to the spline. I want to do something. I want to do like an ink. It's growing. Like like I want an ink thing that's growing. So for that, I have maybe we can do a texture coordinate. Maybe we need later to actually let's try the texture coordinate before we judge. Before we judge, this is a separate XYZ. If it works with the Z coordinate, then heck yeah, let's add a mat node. It's not working, yeah, so we need to assign some attributes in the spline itself. We need to assign the factor. So let's do store named attribute after the fact and use it as S or spline and use it as point. Doesn't matter, you know, like doesn't matter. And use the S attribute. We need the attribute to recall the attribute that we have assigned. It's called S. Now we need to see if S is working. Definitely it's not working. Is it instancer? No, it's not instancer. Why it's not working, you know, like maybe not after, maybe before, I don't know, like is this the curve? It's the curve. Sorry saying. Or maybe use it before the fact. Yes, before, yeah. Yes, before. Okay. Now, with a color ramp, we can control this. Okay, so it's better than the texture coordinate thing. So that would be our factor for mix color node. Yep. Sorry, I'm back. Now, this is going to be a factor for the mix color node. Mix color. So we need white and we need like an NK thing. It could be red, you know, like blood. Not saying anything, you know. YouTube, please. I'm not saying anything. Forgive me. Maybe I need to switch the colors. Switch that with that. Switch that with that. Okay, back. Good. You can make it sharp if you want, like that. Like it's going on like this. And use it as that. And that would be like if like really with the subsurface scattering. Oh boy. Definitely. Is it a render? What thing? Now we are in the shader. We are in the look dev mode, the material preview. Okay, look dev material preview. We're not yet in the final thing. We're not seeing the final result. Like we're just dialing in the materials, like just creating simple materials for that. It's not a complex material because we've done the complex part in the geometry node setup, so we don't need to worry about it. Maybe I need to move this up a little bit so we can see the feather because right now it is intersecting. Select all of that. So everything you see right here is a simple cube. Simple cube, just a simple freaking cube. You can see in edit mode, like just simple cube. But if you just go to the geometry nodes, we've done some work. Like this is not the biggest thing. I've done the biggest thing, which is the pumpkin thing. It was really hard. It was really really freaking hard. Like it took me almost 4 hours. It took me 4 freaking hours, maybe 3 point something, 342, something like that. It was really hard. What I was saying is, if we can just move you up a little bit, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Ollie. That looks good. Definitely it looks good. Like it is in the ink. Now, back to the work. Maybe that the ink is too much. It's grown up like too much. Like, please just write down. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yup. Save. We need to save, like. Now, I need to deal with the ground a little bit, but yeah, as of now, looks good. Let's see now the final result, like what it's going to look like. We need to fix some of these issues. Okay. Well, that looks good. Let's go to the world. Let's add two backgrounds. One with 0, one is like that. And let's add a light path node. Light path freaking node. Okay, use the camera ray. Well, definitely that looks good. Maybe I need to make this not going fully. I need to fix this. Where is the ink jar thing? Let's increase this by milli. 6, 7, 6, 1. Okay. Fixed. Let's go back to shader. Now, that looks good actually. But it's really too freaking bright. I need just something to fill in the edges, like, and then I can add like sunlight. Sunlight, it doesn't matter where you place it, by the way. I just like to do something with it, like that. Having fun with the sunlight. Like really. Just make it strong. And I can just go to add place and add a camera. Control Alt 0. And for the camera aspect ratio, I want 1:1 aspect ratio, like 1080 by 1080. It looks good. Click the camera. That looks good. That really looks good to me. Maybe the feather looks a bit unbelievable, maybe. Maybe if I add like a noise texture, use the factor with a color ramp. Use this and use a small dark values to it. Oh yes, we need some coordinates for that thing to work. Maybe like the object coordinate. You can see like we need some patches of things like that. Looks good. That's just an EV. I don't know. For the background, I truly don't know like what it should be. It should be black, it should be white. No clue. Like, really. It could be white. Well, what I think of it. Maybe I need to switch. Well, that's not affecting the light. That's affecting the light. Let's do some contrast with the ground. Yep, something like this maybe. And I can go to the compositor. I can do some outline so we can outline this out. For that I need the normal. Let's do a quick render because we need the normal pass. Okay, let's do a sobel. That sobel thing will give me this. Oh man. Oh man. Is that a color ramp? That's what I don't want. That's what I don't want, like. Ah, yes. Add another color ramp. Flip. Add a mix color node. Multiply this with that. Just use actually multiply would be better. Multiply that with that. Not mix, multiply. Okay, so multiply and we can control the amount. Flip the things so you something like that. Maybe the background should be something else. Like I truly don't know. Or maybe we can just go with a fully transparent background. Maybe a fully transparent background would be better. Oh, what it's looking like in cycles? That's a good question. I just asked myself, you know, like, oh, GPU. Okay, so let's use cycles. GPU. Oh, well, it definitely looks believable. Maybe the ink. Yep, the ink should be red. Should be bloody, bloody, bloody color. So let's go to the ink. We need this color. I like it, you know, like it looks something like a paint for cars, you know, like definitely. Now that my GPU is overwhelmed, definitely red would be better. Like an inky red thing. Let's use this color for the feather as well. Not the feather, the spline. Yep, the spline, the spline. What the heck, where is the color? Oh yes, I don't see it. It's the same as the mix color node. Well, that's bloody, bloody looking cool. That definitely looks cool. Definitely looks amazing. Maybe the ground is not something cool. The sunlight. Ooh, if we add caustics, let's select the. Oh, we don't have the ability to add caustics because it's a single object. If I just go here and go to the shading and do cast caustics, receive caustics in the same time, that won't work. Like, you need to do something at a time. That's a shame. Well, that looks good actually for me. I don't know. If I select the glass, there is, there is light path, transmission depth. Okay, let's try transmission depth. Well, definitely add. Well, it definitely add like a caustic thing to it. Or transparent depth, transmission depth. Well, it's the same app. Maybe transparent depth is looking good. The IOR. Oh, the IOR changed the look of the glass. Like, it can be like this, it can be like that. I like it to be not fully like that. Maybe something like this. That looks interesting. Like really, really interesting. Liquid or the ink. And the ink should be really, I don't know how to say it, but it should be subserve a lot. Maybe if I do volume scatter, I don't know. Let's use this inky color thing. Let's use a small, um, maybe transparent. That added something. Oh yes. But look at that. Well, look at that. That's magical. Oh my. That's magical. Man, we're discovering something. We're really discovering something. We're just an hour and a half and we're doing that. Holy moly. Man. That's vampire liquidy thing. Like really, I can see it. I can feel it in my thing, my veins. Well, well, well. We need back our caustics, like. Let's use that. Mix these together. I know. Don't worry. We're going to go back. We need just the light path. Light path. Transparent depth. Flip these. Good. This thing should be same color. We're back. But we lost. We did nothing, basically. We need back our things? Wow. Man. How to get back this? Let's use glass PSTF. That will fix it. Wait, what the heck? Oh, what? That looks good. Give me a second, guys. I'm back. I'm back, guys. So, I have found something. I don't know. That's out of the topic, but anyways. Someone called me, but I don't know who is that. Man, why? Is it a job? I don't know. Is it something? I don't know. I was live. I was freaking live. Mm. Okay, I know. It's the dentist. Man, I know. I already know. The dentist were like calling me. I haven't seen that. But anyways, we have good result, guys. We have a good result. And we found something. Okay, so that looks like water to me. No, it's not water. Well, that's something. Is it better than this? Definitely not. That thing looks better. Each time I increase this, it gets better and better. Man, no, let's see. Let's see, glass jar. The glass jar. Let's get that thing. We need that. Maybe I'm going to sacrifice the shadows. I don't need shadows. At this point, I don't need them. I need to fix that later, by the way. Yep. But that looks good to me. I need just to go to the shade, and not the shade of the compositor, and I need to do some compositing and all that. For example, we can add. What do you think, guys? For the compositing, what should we do? Like, what we should do? Let's do a Kawahara node. Am I seeing actually the yes, we're seeing the compositor. What are you saying? If I increase this, that's a lot. Okay, let's do glare node and do blue. Well, that's magical. That's really magical. I don't know. Maybe we need more. Wait, the soap is not working. Oh, it's not working. We don't have the normal pass. Oh, we had normal pass. What are you saying? Oh, maybe normal pass is not working right now. That's something to encounter. To count. I need to do a little fast render with one. Maybe 5 samples. Yes, 5 samples. Stream might lag for a bit. Don't worry. I'm using 100 of the CPU and the CPU both. Man, you're a genius. You're a genius. That's good. Now that we see that it's working, guys. Oh, wait, render result. It's working, you know, like the thing is working. Maybe I'm not going to use this. This is going to be for only for EV, not for cycles. So this is EV exclusive. So EV. Now I can type. What the heck? F2 EV exclusive. Exclusive, not exclusive ammo. Exclusive. So I know what I was doing. So that for that, actually I'm going to use freestyle. Freestyle is looking good. Let's do 0.2. Let's do a little render. 5 samples as usual. Maybe that will select the ground because it's not filling the whole space. Yeah. That's something to think about. Yep. You see, it's freestyle stroke rendering, so it's rendering the stroke. So we need to see. Oh, well, nope. But yes, it did select. I was just far away. You can see it did select some pixels. We need it to be 0.1. 0.1 divided by 2, so it's 0.05. Okay, so let's render that again and see. So it's rendering. You can see it. Definitely, you can see it. My phone keep peeping. Peep, peep. What? Yeah. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Sometimes when you have a cool stream, nobody watch the stream. Sometimes when you have not bad stream, but you know, when you have yeah, man, you know, like half and a half, not like good, but not very good. You have a lot of people watching. Today we did a lot, like a really good job. I need just to fix the ground. I don't know. I truly don't know. Maybe let's go back to the 3D viewport. Maybe if I added a small amount of debris, not debris, but let's go to the ground. Let's add a Voronoi. Well, if I added the shaker texture, that would be good. Like, I don't know. just scale it a lot. Well, that will be like a fake PNG from Google. Okay. Let's use this as that, use that as that, use that as that, use that as that. Same, but different. Well, that there is something definitely. Like definitely there is difference, you know, like even though it's a little bit, but there is. Now I added some debris, kinda. I don't know. Not debris, like smudges, things. There is this F2. I don't know what this F2 does with the current setup. Let's add the texture coordinating mapping nodes. Oh man. And we can see nothing. Well, something is happening. Maybe the details is a lot. Oh, okay. So F2 definitely is not gonna work. Distance to edge. It creates like this Attack on Titan ground type of thing. Well, it's a good choice actually. Can be. It's a choice, but I don't know. Okay. Smooth F1. What Smooth F1 will gives us? Well, at this point, I'm not going to play with it a lot, like that. It's already looking good. I'm going to try 100 samples to finish up this session. Like later, I'm going to play with it. Oh yes, I forgot. Camera. Let's add some blur, some depth of field. You know, like that. Let's add 1.4. Actually, let's add 110 for the focal length. Double R, so you aim really, maybe not double R. At this point, I don't know how to. Oh, sorry. Pivot point as the 3D cursor. Well, that's a good angle. If I can just pick it. Okay, that looks good. So now, let's render this out and add it as final render for today's live stream. It was really good doing this with you guys. Maybe nobody talked, just two people. Fine. I didn't expect more as a small creator, but I was really happy because of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your attendance. Yep. Let's wait for it to fully render, you know, and then change the live stream thing, or maybe keep it mysterious. That's a cool name, mysterious. I definitely rendered complete. and you can see it right now. So day 4, day 5, actually, not day 4, day 5 feather. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the final result. See you soon.